seen recently and in the past quite a few times, what I call anger preaching. Yelling and screaming at people, shaking a fist in the air, judging, accusing, slandering, almost a murderous attitude. And sometimes people go back and forth between gentle and calm and quiet and a raving anger expressing extremeness. You know, I seen a person get arrested by police in Eugene, Oregon one time, and he was some sort of street preacher. And his wife tried to convince people afterwards, when he was arrested for inciting a riot, that he was being persecuted for the sake of the truth. Like she believed people in the days of old were. But he was yelling, judging, shaking his fists in the air. Anyone that I've ever known that close or connected with the Almighty were peaceable, short to anger, long-suffering, patient, kind, got their point across very directly, and sometimes, when it was necessary, with a firmness, but still from a place of compassion. Even if it was important, and there was some passion behind it. There was expression, but no anger, no raving, no shaking of fists in the air. So I ask, what is this extremeness of expression about? It's only a concept that some people have from watching certain movie portrayals of people in the past, various prophets or whatever. There's no exclamation points in biblical Hebrew. You don't know at what volume or with what moving of the arms or not moving of the arms that took place when there were speeches, when it was necessary, even if it was admonishment and even if it was strict or harsh. You have no way of really knowing. And so it's a bad and dangerous assumption, I believe, to be yelling, so shaking the fist in the air, pronouncing judgment, violently shaking around everything, and that type of screaming and everything. It's just, it looks irrational and insane. It's not tolerant, patient, long-suffering from a place of anything spiritual, of anyone that was actually connected in any way that I've ever seen. And it's a little disturbing. Now, the point I want to make really is, could someone, if what they were saying were true, cause so much offense through the anger and expression, so much offense that people who wouldn't otherwise know any better or could actually listen and learn from what was being said, actually, what if they become offended at the truth, believing it couldn't possibly be true because the person who expressed it had absolutely nothing set apart about them in any way. You know, and I'm not talking about surface things, I'm talking about the internal kind of things that would motivate someone to be that way. You know, there are thousands of spirits who wander this earth seeking the ruin of souls, and yet only one is truly of the unified source, that is of the truth. And so I have no choice but to question what could motivate someone, what could be the substance behind the motivation to have that kind of presentation. Because I'm going to be honest with you, without judgment, the only time in my life I have ever seen that level of yelling and anger and quick bursts between calm speech and extreme yelling over and over again, shaking the fists in the air, and then going back to normal and up and down like a yo-yo, seeing that kind of progression in a speech, the only other time that I've ever seen it on a video before is the speeches of Adolf Hitler. And then that Christian preacher in Eugene, Oregon, that time, and then now on YouTube, and I will not name the call sign of the person. I checked him out because of my concern and care and interest of a certain friend, and so I wanted to see where his source was of certain things, that he's learning and everything, and I couldn't believe my eyes and my ears. It was a shock, and I wondered what could possibly be the motivation for that. And so I can't say, it's not my place to say, it's not my place to judge, so I will not do so. No matter how much passion someone has and caring from the mind, from their heart of emotion, no matter what it is that is going on with a person that motivates them to do things a certain way, maybe it's a part of history, background, upbringing, culture, I have no idea, but whatever it is, I hope that a re-examination of this situation could come about, because I can think of many verses that describe a set-apart experience with the Spirit, and other testimonies of ones who have had such motivations or leadings and guidings, and it's just simply not of raving or anger, especially not of violent imitating gestures. Okay,